Maybe you've been invited to a high society tea and hope to catch up with the girls about important matters. That sounds good. After all, these people must have brains. This is the lateral or side view of the right hemisphere. At tennis, you might have heard from your girlfriend. That's right, a safe social distancing sport. To look out for the email in your inbox. So that would have engaged your temporal lobe that is responsible for hearing, learning, and memory. You would have processed this auditory information, and then when you went home, would have used your occipital lobe, which houses the primary visual cortex, and seen, in fact, in your inbox this icon of the teapot. So the day arrives, and you log into Zoom successfully. And you're dismayed because you see all that's lacking in decor. Well, note this first of three boundaries that divide up the four important lobes. This is the parieto-occipital sulcus that separates the occipital from the parietal, but there wasn't a clear boundary between temporal and the rest of the hemisphere. So now you realize that the water you boiled is too hot. And so the somatosensory cortex is engaged, which is right here, posterior to the central sulcus. This divides the frontal lobe from the parietal. And right before the central sulcus is the precentral gyrus, which has the primary motor cortex. That is responsible for voluntary movement. And so should you decide to reach for your napkin or change that involuntary frown to a purse, of course, for the sake of fashion, not to posh spice, then here we have the frontal lobe. That houses the primary motor cortex and higher cognition. It is the last to develop. It allows adults to reason, self-monitor, keep attention, problem solve, but you might not know from this occasion, as you hear all of the debased gossip that makes for uninhibited social behaviors. Maybe you could skip out the next time.